Shalaki, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and to the Father and Son, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakakodash. Double honor to the apostles, bishops, elders, the great millstone, the woo and teach all. Shalom to all the sincere Akim that's pushing his truth and holding faith across the four corners of the earth, as well as the one third scattered abroad. While Shalom to the future sisters, Aqua, listen, and learning, and being obedient to the husband at home. I say Shalom. Come back at you with another lesson, the news and prophecy. Y'all just update basically, be edifying through the spirit and power. How about you now? But I want us to do a lesson, Yahweh Tazadis, lesson be edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. But I wanted to do a news and prophecy update, and I had searched up, the other day, what would happen if if Trump loses, something to that effect. I put in a search engine, and I was scanning, to some articles, and I came across this one. This is from Vox News, Vox.com. It says, 2024 election violence is already happening. How much worse could it get if Trump loses? And hey, just like how 2021, pro-Trump protesters got in front of the U.S. Capitol building on January 6, 2021, in Washington, D.C. Brent Sterenton, whatever, getting images. It's going to be on a mass effect, more than that particular situation. That was basically, like a precursor, man, because already people, the right wing or conservatives, whatever you want to call them, Republicans, they already have that in their mind that, if Trump loses, it's going to come down to the come down of them taking back their so-called country and their rights or whatever that they think they have. But I'll read a little bit out of here, and I'll just get some precepts. And actually, let me go to my photos. This was, this is where I got it. Inspiration from two. It says, from the U.S. Civil Defense News, it says, update, the National Guard is preparing to deal with possible unrest in several states due to the election. CNN. So these are the times that we're coming into. We're coming to civil unrest. We're coming into, these patriots, these blue bloods, whatever you want to call them, these red-hot Edomites. They're not going down without a fight. They feel as if, if Kamala gets in office, then, it's over with. They don't want no women, over them, as, people shouldn't want no women leading them. Men are the leaders, women are followers. They're caretakers, they're nurturers. The men is the one that leads and things of that nature. But these Edomites, man, they're ready to give it all for Trump, man. They're ready to do anything in that power that they think they can do to reverse that, selection, because it's not an election. They already have the president picked, which the president doesn't do shit anyway. It's just a puppet to put him in front of the TV, in front of the people. That's all politics is. It's the same bird, Republican, Democrat, left or right. It's the same thing. It's just the illusion of different values, and one side is for the people and this side, no, it's the same. It's the same puppet. It's the same puppet being controlled by the same puppet masters. The elites, the ones that you don't see. But these Edomites are ready to do anything in their power that they feel as if can help reverse that so-called decision. And they feel like, hey, even if they have to burn that bitch to the ground, like White House down or whatever, they gonna do it, man. You got a lot of military personnel that making videos. I seen one on TikTok. I think it was a Marine. He was like higher in rank than like a private or a first soldier that's enlisted. And he was basically saying, hey, if we have to do it, we'll take back this country our own damn selves, man. And they all doing it in the name of Trump, which, hey, we believe as if, Trump is Nero. But I'll read. I'll read from right here. No, I'll just start at the first. It says ballots in mailboxes and drop boxes in Massachusetts, Arizona, Washington, and Oregon have been damaged in suspect arson. DHS warned this might happen based on its monitoring of comments made online in domestic violent extremist circles and a series of security bulletins in the last few months. The agency noted some threat actors may perceive ballot drop boxes as soft targets because they are more accessible, and that some of these actors have discussed a variety of methods for damaging them. A man was also indicted on gun charges for allegedly shooting at Democratic National Committee's offices in Phoenix on 3 occasions since September. And so that happened on 3 occasions since September. And this is the spirit of the people, man. Especially these right wing, people, these Republicans or whatever. These are the measures that they are taking, man. Going to these public officials' office, and shit. As it says, allegedly a shooting at it on Phoenix on 3 occasions. They say that happened 3 occasions since September. So that's prophecy in itself. People not regarding their kings nor princes. Meaning that the government officials, your law enforcement, which a lot of those law enforcement are Republican anyway. But your law enforcement, your military. I just seen, I think it was a sergeant. It was a little so-called, Edomite, little girl. She was found dead in a fucking trash can. And I didn't listen to the rest, but who knows, what happened, man. So, these are the times we're coming into, man, where, if you don't have the same values and beliefs and political this party or whatever as the other person, they're gonna be against you. They're gonna invade your house and have no pity upon you, which is prophecy as well. It says things might only get worse from here, and it ain't gonna be no police to help you. Eventually they're gonna call it martial law. In the beginning, Jacob's trouble, it's gonna be an all-out war. It's gonna be every man for themselves. It ain't gonna be friends in that day, man. A friend is gonna turn on a friend, man. Because of what? For the lack of bread and for the lack of thirst. It says things might only get worse from here, and it is gonna get worse. And it ain't gonna might, it is gonna get worse. Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco has warned that the U.S. is facing an unprecedented level of an increase in threats of violence against public officials. That's prophecy, man. People not having no pity upon, your kings and your princes, your government officials, because they see as what? They see as bullshit. They see as nothing but nonsense. It's a political game, man. It's a scheme, man. To think that that the government is set up for you. They ain't set up for shit but to control you, man. You getting taxed on just to live. But that's what's happened, man. People not looking at a police officer saying, that's the law of the land, this and that no more. People have the right. This Constitution says there's a right to bear arms, man. So everybody got guns nowadays. It says things might only get worse from here. Deputy Attorney General. Okay, I read that. This is the paragraph that I wanted. This the point right here. It says, according to the DH bulletins, there's a heightened risk that domestic violence could attempt to initiate civil war. That kind of chatter has become increasingly common in online spaces, frequently by the right-wing groups that said the DHS noted that the prosecutions of those involved in the January 6th insurrection and hesitation about potential false flags operations designed to entrap them could serve as deterrents. says law enforcement across the country are bracing for the possibility of escalation, particularly in the Democratic population centers. For instance, Detroit election headquarters have reportedly been reinforced with bulletproof glass and will be protected by armed guards after Trump supporters tried to interrupt ballot counting by chanting "Stop the Count" and banging on the windows in 2020. It says, being aware of the potential for violence and damage to the institutions we rely upon is important. Retired General Joseph Littell, an executive board member of the Center of Ethics and the Rule of Law, and the rule of the law at the University of Pennsylvania, and in a statement, but it is insufficient of the face of legislative acts that are open to broad interpretation, strong political rhetoric that dominates the public information space, and imperfect individuals acting in accordance with their own oath. Well, it's damn near not individuals now, man. It's the whole group. It's a whole, thousands upon thousands of people that's ready to take whatever they can, man. The power what? Let me get that. Because it's no more of just 1,000, 2,000, even 10,000. It's way more people, man, that's ready to basically burn this country to the ground before they let Kamala Harris run over them. This is Second Ezra, was it 15? I'm gonna start from the top, because I was gonna get these scriptures anyway. This is Second Ezra 15:14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. That meaneth destruction. Destruction, only come. Evil is coming. Evil, is only coming. Was that Ezekiel? Thought it was Ezekiel 7:5. Thus saith the Lord, power and evil, and only evil, behold, is come, and end is come. The end is come. If watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. Another news update. Ukraine has attacked North Korea troops, allegedly. I seen a couple articles posting about it. So, now you have different countries joining into the war, which is, it's just going to be eventually a clash, between all these different, countries of World War III, because, these countries are backed up by big dogs such as U.S. on one side and, the Medes, which, is Russia on the other side. It says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Sword is just a weapon. It can be a gun. It can be eventually, when people run out of bullets, it can be bow and arrows. It could be wrenches. It can be a machete. It could be knives. These are the times we're coming into, man. It ain't gonna no more be the purge, on your TV screen. So like, get this. This it's not gonna be no more purge on your TV screen. It's gonna be, somebody's gonna be face to face with you. He may have a knife, or she. You may have a knife too, or may not. But you're gonna have to what? You're gonna have to defend for your life. And damn near, you're gonna have to. Some people, are gonna, cannibalism, man, which is in the scripture, which happened. It's going to be what? It's going to be a famine, because Yahweh Shai said, and his word ain't going to return to him void. So you're going to have to be facing off to him, having him or her having in your mind, I gotta eat this man, or I gotta eat this person. These are the times we're coming into. We're coming into sick, evil times. It's the end, man. Babylon will go out with violence. It ain't just going to be no peaceful time, and then giving it to the elect and to Yahweh Shai. Esau like to put up fight, but he's just gonna lose by a whole mile. But what people gonna stand up against another with swords upon their hands, man? It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard the kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able to. Anarchy, chaos, civil war, clashes between people, just because you have a different political view, and eventually it's gonna be clashes between all, man, because there ain't gonna be enough food, for everybody. We know we're gonna be protected, and we're gonna, be given food. As Yahweh Shema Shai said in not Ezekiel, but Isaiah 65, around 10th, 12th verse. But people are gonna be running with their head cut off, basically, because they don't have what? They don't have wisdom, which wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. In the time of Jacob's trouble, we're going to be protected. We're going to be in perfect peace because our mind is stayed upon the Lord. We're going to be the calmest, man. People are going to be looking like, damn, who are them? Why are they not, so erratic or whatever? Why are they so calm? Why are they so, calm, cool, and collected? Because our Lord Yahweh Shai is going to be our guide, while all around us, you're going to see what? You're going to see neighbor versus neighbor, family member versus family member, brother against brother, blood brother, relatives, trying to eat you, man. Mother and trying to eat your baby brother, man, or you. People drinking their own, piss, all type of things, man. For going to be happening out here for people, because the people want to survive or whatever, man. And that's going to ultimately bring the MOTB. Esau going to come in like a shining in night armor, and we got this and this and that, and we got this new world, sea world order, whatever, dealing with the sea hip. But before that, it's going to be all out anarchy and chaos. It says, a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able to. Yeah, kind. No, it says, I'm read the latter verses 16. It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Because people are fed up. People are no more listening to government officials talking about it's gonna be okay and and gas prices are going down. Meanwhile, they're the same prices, if not they going up more and more each and every day, and they are going to go up more and more each and every day. We're coming into the times like the book of Eli, man. It's going to be a all out, what they call it, survival of the fittest. The Hunger Games. Why you think they made them movies? They made them for a reason, like the Maze Runner, Hunger Games. This is finna be turned into, the dystopian society, man. But before that, it's gonna be what? It's gonna be anarchy. It's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be violence. People are going to have no pity upon their own son, man. It's gonna come into a time where, your own dad or father or whatever, man, he gonna try to come kill you and eat you, man. Just because, he hungry and he haven't eaten in certain days. Especially Jake can go, 10 minutes without food, man. So all that love of your family members that you think you have, man, it's gonna be no more, man. In which, we already know that, because the Lord put the Spirit on our apostles and bishops and elders to break down the scriptures and to teach us, hey, our family in a time of trouble, they're going to be searching after us. They're going to be looking after us, man. We're going to have wanted posters, about us, man, in the time of Jacob's trouble. But it says, a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able to. Martial law, as well as people ganging up together to to stop people from going to a particular area. Like I think that was like the first purge. You know, you ain't gonna be able to go into this place because you ain't gonna have these fucking Edomites, you know, with tanks, and a goddamn machine gun, ready to blast your ass into the past. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You know, the strong men, I seen strong men with hands on the loins like women, you know, like giving as travail with a child, like, you know, like a woman, you know, water breaking and pushing out the baby. It's gonna be a time, you know, like no other. And you know, Jake ain't gonna get it right now. You know, Jake can't imagine anything like that because Jake thinks it's only rainbows and sunshines, man. You know, some Jake, they in they bag, whatever. Then you got these YNs, these young niggas going around deleting everybody, and I got a switch, I got this, I got that. Well, let's see when you run out of bullets, man. You know, let's see when all hell break loose, and you know, ain't money doesn't mean a thing. Let's see what you gonna do now, man. Let's see when you haven't eaten in a day, when you haven't even ate in 3 hours, man. Jake can't even go without an hour without eating, man. So what you think they're gonna do? They're gonna turn to his what? Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. It shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. For the lack of goods, man. Your own friend, your own childhood friend, your best friend, whatever you want to call it, he's gonna come after you, man. Cause he know you got food, man. You got snacks. You know? And then Jake gonna try to migrate to the country and shit. What you think Esau has been preparing for? His blessing is the sword. He know the maps into he know the grounds into this particular area in the woods, man. You come over there in the woods playing, man. You know, he gonna snatch your ass up, man, and skin your ass, man. But these are the times that we're coming into, man. And it's an event, you know, dealing with this election that can, you know, spark it, man. Especially if you know, Nero, you know, loses, man. If Trump loses, it's gonna be all out anarchy, man, chaos. And whoever is in there, it don't matter anyway, because, you know, prophecies will happen, you know, anyway. No one person like Trump saying, I will stop World War III, you give me 10 minutes in office, I will start, you know, you can't do shit. You can only do whatever Yahweh Hashem has given you to do, man, because the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. He turneth whatsoever he willeth. But let me get this car back. You know, you can only do, you know, what the Father in heaven, Yahweh, you know, giving you to do. Which is what? If Trump does get in office, bring in World War III. Because it's not, you know, his will, it's the Lord's will, man. So whoever gets, you know, put in office, it doesn't matter. And that's why we tell you, Jake, you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, not to vote. Because first of all, they're not even for you. You know, nothing is for you, man. And then, guess what? It's no free will. You know? It's all a part of the Lord's plan. Which is to bring World War III, to bring Jacob's trouble, and to bring the sea hill. Fucking purple Tesla and shit. This place gotta go. Past this. But the time that we coming into, man. People ain't going to be looking into the neighbor and say, hey, I knew this man for X amount of years, you know. I consider him as a brother, or this is my brother, or damn that shit, this is my wife. People are really going to be eating each other, man. Wives turning on husbands, husbands turning on wives, children turning on parents, you know. And to be protected from all that madness, you gotta what? You gotta have that covering, man. You gotta have that righteous mark, that taqwa, as it says in Ezekiel 9. Because if you don't, man, it's gonna be all out hell, man. And it ain't gonna be trying to turn back into the Lord when affliction hits you. Well, nah, when you get in that boiling hot water, you can't jump out now, Jake. You're gonna have to stay in it, man. What was that other one I wanted? Oh yeah, I ended off on Isaiah. Isaiah 19 and verse 2. It says, and I will sit the Egyptians, mightier than Egyptians, Babylonian, you know, inhabitor of Babylon, which is the United States of America, which is modern day Babylon. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother. Hold on, let me pass this. Goddamn Babylonian. Starting from the top, but it says, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Kingdom divided against itself can't stand. Satan cast out Satan. But these are the times, you know, we coming into. Friend against friend, blood against blood, you know, cousin against cousin. People are going to be out here eating all types of disgusting, abominable foods, man. You know, because the city, you know, shall be trouble, you know. But I'm going to enter into my destination. I hope and pray this lesson, you know, be edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Heavenly Father, Son Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Arakakodash. Double honor to the apostles, bishops, elders, the great millstones, the wood well and teach well. Shalom to all the Seshah Akim. That's pushing truth on the fake crossing four corners of the earth. Shalom. Well, shalom to the 1/3, as well as the feasts and sisters listening and being obedient to the husband at home, and say shalom.